It's just another normal day. Grass is green, water is wet, and Disney have controversially made a decision that has upset their entire fan base. And this time, instead of it being Star Wars, it's Marvel. And it's Marvel and Disney's latest attempt at changing an iconic character to appease the smallest percentage of their audience and to try and look good to those who care about identity politics. The latest crime from Disney and Marvel is the changing of the iconic Silver Surfer from male to female in the upcoming MCU version of the Fantastic Four, which is set to release in July 2025. And coming out of this news being announced yesterday, the biggest question really, first is why, but also who is this for? In terms of who this is for, it's upset the entire established male and comic book audience, but of course it's also upset the female audience that are dedicated to the history of the Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer. But it's what Disney does, thinking that it'll interest more women on a wider scale to try and bring in a new audience. Because obviously Disney think to women, look, a woman, you like women, right? Come on, please buy tickets to our movie and start to watch all of our other movies and all of our other products. Please subscribe to Disney+. But unfortunately, Disney, that's not how it works. And whilst we were surprised and pretty pleased by the casting of Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joe Quinn as Johnny Storm, Eben Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm, and Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, this is just something on a completely different level and is something that we see straight through, as we have done with all of Marvel's recent projects, which we'll come to in just a moment. In terms of the iconic Silver Surfer character, this is traditionally a male character, of course, and it first appeared in 1966 and is one of the most iconic and recognisable Marvel characters of all time. By contrast, the much, much lesser known female Silver Surfer, who is a comic book character, to give them some credit, didn't appear until 1968, so 2 years after the initial Silver Surfer, and the reason why people will argue that she has somewhat of a legacy is because she has been in comic books for a long time, but is far less used and far less recognised than her male counterpart, as I mentioned. But you need to be a real comic book fan with a real depth of knowledge to know anything about the female version of the Silver Surfer, or that character even exists in the first place. You ask anyone in the street, comic book fan or not, the Silver Surfer, male or female, and nearly everyone will tell you that the Silver Surfer is a male character. Most will say that they're male, others will say I'm not sure, and a very, 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 very small percentage would guess, and it would be a guess, that it's a female character, especially in this day and age. But, as I say, ask anyone, the Silver Surfer is male. Disney have made this decision for the same cynical reason that all of their recent projects are female-led by obscure characters, whilst working to put down not only their established male counterparts, but general male population, and as a result, the fan base that is the majority of their income. And it should be stated, the person that's cast in this role, Julia Garner, who is a 3-time Emmy Award winner, is a fantastic actress, and it should be made clear that she is fantastic and no ill feeling should be directed towards her at all, but she'll be the one who is the victim of Disney's latest attempt at pandering and making a decision to work towards trying to get a mystical fan base that doesn't exist and they've not been able to capture by what they've been doing in phases 4 and 5, because they are losing money hand over fist on every release bar Guardians 3, and in every case that they release a new film, the male audience is still the highest paying audience that shows up for all of their films. So even if it's something like the Marvels, where you go all female cast, female villain, and try and target all your marketing towards females, a 60% plus audience of males that have gone and paid to see that film, which flopped massively, is still going to be there. It's still going to come back. So why not try to please them instead? But all in all, it is what it is. You know, Disney continue to push their narrative over pleasing the established fan base, as I say. And people who say this doesn't matter or it shouldn't matter, if it doesn't matter and it shouldn't matter, then why change it at all? Why can't we have the classic male Silver Surfer, the character who is most iconically linked to the Fantastic Four? Like Galactus, and, you know, with this film we expect that we'll see Doctor Doom, we'll see Galactus. Does that mean that the, actor or actress that's going to be Galactus or Doctor Doom is now going to be female? And that would get the same reaction from the fan base, which is, why? What is the reason for this? And to clarify as well, I, like everyone else, we don't hate female characters. Well-written female characters are fantastic characters. My most recent video is a passionate review of Blue Eye Samurai, which has a female lead, which is one of the best things I have watched in years. We in the MCU love our female characters. Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Wasp, Maria Hill, Gamora, off the top of my head, in the MCU, we absolutely adore, because they are exactly what fans want. They are what is expected from the comics, and they are well written and well acted in most cases. The thing I always have to think about with these scenarios is, what if the shoe was on the other foot? What if we took Black Widow way back when, or if we were introducing them now and we just said, right, we're going to replace it with a male actor instead of a female actress? Everything would kick off. It would be an absolute nightmare. It's just a case of, why are we doing these things? And we have to be cynical. We have to say, overall, passionate Marvel fans can see right through what Disney and Marvel do, and you don't even have to be a passionate fan of Marvel or Disney to see what this is. This is identity politics at play. And overall, I'm just disappointed. Am I going to go and see the Fantastic Four still? Yes, I'm going to go and see the film. Am I still, regardless, going to be disappointed that the Silver Surfer isn't being portrayed as nearly, I would say, pretty much everyone wants it to be portrayed, which is in the classic male guise? Then yes, I'm going to continue to be disappointed. But, like I say, if Julia Garner can put in an amazing performance and she's a well-written Silver Surfer character, there's no reason this can't work. But I made this video because I want to highlight the fact that this is something that continues to happen, and although they cast the traditional roles of the Fantastic Four, they're always trying to look for ways to try and cram in identity politics elsewhere and make sure that they get that balance in the way that they think it needs to be done, by replacing a traditional male character with a female character when they can. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you soon.